Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are cutting straight through the noise to demystify a daily AI productivity stack of 14 absolutely incredible tools. Look, if you've been feeling, totally overwhelmed by the sheer volume of new applications dropping every single week, you are definitely not alone. But today, we're taking your time back. We're going to look at a highly curated list of tools specifically designed to rip the friction right out of your day and hand you back total control of your workflow.
To keep things simple and make sense of it all, we've organized everything into a really actionable 5-part stack: content and audio generation, data analysis, Claude automation and agents, career prep, and finally, browsing and dev stacks. Let's get right into it. So our master blueprint here is a literal, handwritten guide plotting out the exact steps you need to build your ultimate daily AI ecosystem. I love this because it proves you don't need some massive, complex enterprise IT setup to organize your life with AI. You literally just need a clear map. We're going to use these foundational concepts to guide us through all 14 tools today, starting right at the very top.
All right, Section 1, Content and Audio Generation. Our very first tool is just an absolute game changer. NotebookLM by Google is completely free, and honestly, its capabilities are staggering. You just create a new notebook, drop in your messy source material, and the AI immediately goes to work. You can instantly generate a 20-minute audio podcast format where the raw data is effectively overwritten into this incredibly natural conversational format. If you prefer text, boom, turn your notes into polished blog posts. Need to study for something? Convert it all into a quiz format. You can even use it to spin up foundational scripts and structures for faceless YouTube videos. It is literally the ultimate starting point for content, completely eliminating the terror of the blank page in seconds.
But hey, what if you need way more than just content? What if you desperately need a fully functioning application like right now? Well, tool number 3 introduces a wild reality. With Google AI Studio, you can launch an entire app in just 5 minutes. Step 1, you just open Google AI Studio. Step 2, you ask it to develop your specific idea in plain English. And step 3, you publish. Seriously, it really is that streamlined. The barrier to entry for software creation has basically just vanished.
To round out our content pipeline, we use Wispr AI. This tool instantly accelerates your fast, daily text-based workflows and basically eliminates typing fatigue altogether. And for the visual side of things, Higgsfield steps in to generate some seriously powerful AI videos. Put these together and you essentially have a full-blown production studio sitting right on your desktop.
Moving right along to Section 2, Data Analysis.
We all know the dread of staring at a giant, messy spreadsheet. So the crucial point here is choosing your weapon for data. And we've got 2 distinct paths. On one hand, we have tool number 4, Julius AI. This offers incredibly powerful data analysis. And get this, it's completely free. It's perfect if you want a standalone environment to just crunch numbers. On the other hand, we have tool number 5, M365 Copilot. This is for those of you who practically live inside the Microsoft ecosystem. It integrates directly into your existing workspace. You literally just navigate to the Data tab and hit the Analyze Data button. Whether you use an external platform like Julius or an integrated one like Copilot, the days of manually writing complex spreadsheet formulas, they are absolutely over.
Next up, Section 3, Claude automation and agents.
Now, you might be sitting there asking yourself, okay, this is great, but how do I actually take these isolated tasks, like writing a blog or analyzing a sheet, and automate literally everything in my routine? How do we build a system that grinds away in the background while we focus on the big picture?
Well, the solution lies in building a personal executive dashboard powered by Claude. See, this isn't just a standard chatbot anymore. It is a true multi-agent system. Basically, that means it's a network of highly specialized AI assistants that talk to each other to manage your entire digital life around the clock. Let's break down exactly how this ecosystem ticks, because this is where you get massive leverage. Claude splits up into these amazing interlocking agents. First, you have the Cowork agent, which allows you to actually record a specific skill or workflow so the AI can perfectly replicate it later. Then there's Schedule. This runs on a fixed frequency. So say you want to automate your LinkedIn posts every single morning at 9 a.m., Schedule handles it. Next is Code, which acts as your personal coding assistant. It uses connectors. Think of them as digital bridges, letting Claude talk directly to your other software to execute commands just based on your prompts. And finally, we have Dispatch. Imagine a crucial file is sitting on your laptop at home, but you are miles away and desperately need to share it. Dispatch can securely retrieve and share that exact file for you. It's an entire team working entirely on your behalf.
Okay, let's pivot a bit. Section 4, Career Prep. Look, the job market is incredibly fierce right now.
If you're finding it difficult to land interviews, or you simply aren't getting calls back for those high-paying roles you know you're qualified for, you've got to change your approach. An AI agent can absolutely step in to do the heavy lifting and level the playing field for you.
The immediate fix? Optimizing your profile with the specialized ChatGPT ATS resume generator. Modern hiring relies heavily on ATS, or applicant tracking systems. Basically, they're automated corporate filters that aggressively scan your resume for keywords before a human ever even glances at it. This specific ChatGPT tool is engineered to format and optimize your resume so it successfully bypasses those digital gatekeepers and actually lands on a recruiter's desk.
All right, so your optimized resume does the trick, and you finally get the call. But then, the next massive hurdle pops up. How do you actually crack the interview? I mean, it's one thing to look great on paper, but it's a whole other ballgame to communicate your value perfectly when you're under intense pressure.
That is exactly where Udily AI steps in. Think of Udily as your own private, personalized communication coach. It's an AI platform that literally lets you practice your interview answers, analyzes your speech patterns, tracks your filler words, and helps you refine your whole communication style. You walk into that interview room completely prepared and confident. It effortlessly bridges that brutal gap between getting the interview and actually securing the offer.
And finally, we arrive at Section 5, Browsing and Dev Stacks.
For your everyday browsing, we have to talk about Comet by Perplexity. This introduces a fascinating new concept, an AI agent browser. Instead of opening up a completely separate tab to ask a chatbot a question, Comet effectively jams the incredible power of ChatGPT and Gemini directly into your normal web surfing experience. You no longer search and then ask. Your browser itself becomes an intelligent, proactive research assistant. It's summarizing pages, answering questions, and pulling data as you seamlessly move across the web.
Now, for those of you who really want to push the boundaries beyond off-the-shelf tools, it is time to build custom multi-agent systems. This is the moment you transition from just being an AI user to an AI builder, constructing the exact specific applications needed to run your personalized workflows entirely from the ground up.
If you want to build these custom systems, our final tools provide the ultimate developer stack. You can start exploring cutting-edge platforms like Lovable, Emergent, and Port Gravity to construct the complex logic and behaviors of your agents. And for giving those agents a voice, you integrate 11 Labs, which is pretty much the gold standard for incredibly realistic AI voice generation. Combining all these pieces allows you to build virtually any agent tailored to your exact professional needs.
So, we've got all the way from spinning up content out of thin air right down to deploying custom developer stacks. You now have 14 incredible tools mapped out and ready for daily use. The tech is here, and crazy enough, most of it is practically free. So the only real question left for you is, are you going to let AI automate your busy work? Or are you going to let the future pass you right by?